Alrighty, welcome back. We have learned on how to tweak our bandwidth so we can manipulate which way we want it to go. And we saw that it's just going this way. But you know what? We want to load balance. We want to load balance, and you can do this many ways. One of the ways that we're going to do it, or the way that we're going to learn, is using the variance command, which it uses a multiplier and multiplies it, whatever it is. It's 1 through 128. It will multiply whatever number you put there to the feasible distance to include other paths. Because we want to include not only this way, but we want to send it down also. All right, we want to send it down also because we went solo on this. There's not even going to take this into consideration, but you'll see when we get into the lab. So without further ado, here we go. All right, we're back in the same lab. Now you saw how we were able to manipulate which way our traffic was going to go by just changing the bandwidth on that particular interface. And you can also play around with the delay. You can change the delay as well. I mean, you can tweak it to whatever meets your needs, okay? But also we need to know how to load balance. If you remember in our router 0, when we changed the bandwidth, it gave us this to the 2 dot network. It gave us various ways to go. So let's say we want to load balance between these two interfaces right here. You see the feasible distance is this, which doesn't include this particular one. So I wanted to include at least these two serials. So there's a command within EIGRP, because if you look at the routing table, show IP route, there's only one way, which is through the 10116. We verified that last time. So I want to include both serial interfaces. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to say config T, I'm going to go router, if I can spell it correctly, there you go, router EIGRP 130. And I'm going to say variance, because the variance command, what it does, it uses a multiplier, which I'm going to put in there, to include other not successor routes in its calculation. Variance 2 is going to take the feasible distance and multiply it by that number. Okay, and you can see you start making new adjacencies, do WR. And if we were to look at the routing table now, show IP route, okay, now we're load balancing between both serial interfaces, and you can see that one feasible distance, it's lower, right, or let's say 26895, all right, than the other, all right, so it's going to also choose that route as well. Okay, because we're dealing with the bandwidth, right? Even though this bandwidth is going gigabit speed, right? This one is only going 1.544 megabits per second, which is the default. By using the variance multiplier, I told it, hey, listen, let's send traffic across both of these interfaces. And sure enough, it did. It calculated it, recalculated it, said, okay, let's include these two interfaces. We lowered so much the bandwidth on the fast Ethernet that's not even looking at that interface to even go through it and put it in the routing table. And that's what the variance command does. Now, if you want to get rid of it, it's very simple. Just go back to your EIGRP router, EIGRP 130, and just do no variance. All right, and then you'll get new adjacencies coming up again. Let's do a do WR. And let's do a show IP route. And there you go. We're back to what we were before. So it's not taking into consideration anything but that one that we changed the bandwidth on to 10 million, which we're going at gigabit speed. All right, there's your variance command. All you got to do is go inside EIGRP, type variance, choose a multiplier, so it'll include all the other interfaces you choose or you would like. And then, boom, you'll start load balancing across both interfaces. And that's it. I'll see you outside the lab. All right, that wasn't so bad. You saw that it was 3 ways that we can go. We used the variance command, and it actually included both serial interfaces in the routing table, where before it was only one way, which was going up. You saw how to take it out. Now, I did mention there was more than one way of doing that, which is using the maximum path cost. You can go ahead, or maximum paths, right? You can tell, only go, let's say, or go this way if it's 3 or what have you. You want to go the lowest paths if it's straight across, whatever it is, you can use that as well. All right, but definitely load balancing should be part of your arsenal in your networking tools, I guess you want to call it, knowledge, because you do want to go ahead and send traffic more than just one way. If it's big packets that you're sending, not to burden each, the bandwidth that you have on each interface, and just for the sake of the fact that, hey, you got things going different directions, okay? That's your variance command. Very simple to do. Be wise when using it. Take a look at those metrics. Very important. See you in the next one.